Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to share how you can style some silk scarves. So I wanted to share with you guys first a little bit about my scarf collection. I don't have a ton, but the ones that I have are ones that I've loved and have found from different places over the years. They're kind of all the same style because I tend to like the same type of scarf, but I find that they're just such a fun way to add a little pop of color to an otherwise boring accessory, or just a fun way to tie in different colors, or just an overall pop of color that I want. So this is a really cute scarf that I got from J. Crew Factory. It's this really pretty like watercolor sailboat print. It's actually like a really fun light summer gauzy material, so it's not quite a silk scarf. These all have like sailboats. Oh well, I know what I like. Okay, here's another sailboat scarf from Tuckernuck. It's a little bit smaller than the other ones, but it's such a fun way to add just a little bit more blue to a really pretty summer white outfit. Another sailboat scarf from this one is from Tory Burch, and I love how it says like a little ahoy on it, and just classic red, white, and blue for summer. This is a scarf I got from J. Crew, and the one that I've been using the most recently, and it's just a fun little ski scene, perfect for winter, but it can also work through the summer too, just because of the colors. I just love the print on this one. And this is actually a men's pocket square, just in case you don't want like a traditional scarf. You can still use a traditional pocket square from the men's department. This one's from Brooks Brothers. But I'm obsessed with the dark navy, and this one looks really good on my Louis Vuitton bag actually, and that's pretty much why I bought it. But you don't have to just be limited to women's scarves. You can also go into the men's department as well. So the first step, if you're going to use a silk scarf as an accessory, is that you should always start with a good steam. As you can tell from my collection, I have a lot of wrinkles from the old folds that I've used, and I typically don't steam it until right before I use it, just because I store them in my sock drawer so they get a little scrunched in there as well. Okay, so for this whole video, I'm going to use this scarf from Tory Burch as the example scarf, and so this is the one that I'm going to steam first. So that's going to be step one, steam the scarf. Yep, we've got steam. Okay, so once your scarf is steamed, you can see I did a pretty good job. It's not super perfect, but you are going to be folding it, so it's okay if there's a little wrinkle here and there. The key is just to get it so that your old wrinkles aren't super showing. There are a ton of ways that you can fold a scarf, and frankly, you can even just like do the old, what you might have done like for an old handkerchief, where you just fold it in half into a triangle and roll it and tie it right on. That's totally doable. The way that I actually think works the best is if you lay it out completely flat like this, and you're gonna wanna like be cognizant of where a tag is if you still have a tag on, so that you can kind of tuck that tag away. And you start by taking two opposite corners and folding them so that they overlap just a little bit in the center. It kind of ends up looking like something between an envelope and a burrito. Okay, so I'm gonna straighten this out here. Once you have those two corners overlapping, you're going to take the side that's closest to you, that's the folded over side, and fold it over again flat. So once you have this shape, you're going to want to have the two folded sides closest to you, and then the long kind of like hot dog fold away from you. And that way you have these two angles coming into your body. You're going to take the side that has the two folds, fold that over again. So you end up with this very similar shape, but it's nice and long. So that when you have the scarf held up, you have this nice, perfectly folded scarf with nice ends. So this is basically the shape that I use for all my scarf tying, whether I'm tying it around my hair or around a bag or even around my neck. This is what I try to get to every single time. Just keeps everything nice and neat, and honestly just stays folded the best, so you don't have like weird little corners popping out around your neck that you have to like worry about tucking. So now I'm going to show you the different ways that I would use the silk to style with. First way that I typically wear scarves is just to simply tie it around my neck. When I'm wearing a scarf around my neck, I try to pick a top that's nice and simple, like a crew neck t-shirt like this. This one's fun because it has the bell sleeves, and I just think it's gonna add like a nice little Parisian touch. But you don't want something with a collar, or I guess you might want to, but personally I find that like really cumbersome and there's too much going on around the neck, so I just stick with a nice simple t-shirt like this. You just wrap it around your neck like this. Pull your hair out, obviously. And you can kind of pick a side that you want to tie it on with. So I'm going to stick to the left side right here. I just do one simple little knot and then I go back and do another knot like this. You can just kind of like fluff it up a little bit until it looks the way that you want it to look. This is kind of how I would wear it for a simple neck scarf. Okay, the next two ways that I'm going to show you how to style involve your hair. And for me, I typically find that in the summer, I almost always wear my hair up and in some sort of bun or ponytail or even a French braid. And that can get kind of boring, you know, after a long summer, you just don't want a simple ponytail. So a fun way to do your hair in the summer, if you want to have it up, is to actually use a scarf as an accessory. This is so simple, I honestly don't even know if I should include it, but it is something I do a lot. So just do a low ponytail like this, so I still have a part going. I'm gonna take the scarf off my neck. I'm going to just make sure it's in that nice shape again, which it still is. So you pull this scarf underneath your ponytail and you literally just tie it like you would a ribbon. And I keep it in just one simple knot so it's nice and simple and easy, and the tails stay long with my ponytail just to add a little bit of color. Okay, so the next style, again, super, super easy, almost so easy. I can't even believe I'm sharing it in a video, but you might learn something new. And I actually saw this on Pinterest as a photo, and it wasn't a step-by-step guide, but it was this beautiful photo of a hair with a scarf. I'm gonna have Carter insert that here. And I was obsessed with the look and pretty much immediately went out and bought a scarf to do it. So I'm gonna show you how I do that. And again, instead of doing a low ponytail, I just do a low bun. Low buns are so hard for me because I feel like it's hard to get them to stick. But what's great about a low bun with a scarf is it's okay if the bun isn't perfect, which makes my life so much easier. That was a low bun without a mirror. How are we doing? Okay, so after you have your low bun, it's just like the ponytail where you take the scarf and you just tie it around the actual bun. For me, I like to wrap it around twice so it's not super hanging down. So what I love about the low bun scarf is, again, A, you don't have to have your bun perfect, and B, it's kind of like a fun, more chic version of a scrunchie, which are kind of in this year. It also helps keep your bun nice and tight. If you have the kind of hair like mine that likes to just fly free from buns, this is a good way to just make sure everything's nice and secured. Okay, the last and final way that I use scarves to accessorize with, and frankly, this is the one I use the most, especially with a handbag that I use every day, is to tie a scarf on the handle. I like to use a bag that's pretty plain so that the scarf can add like a pop of personality. And what's great is you can like leave the scarf on all summer, which is what I pretty much do when I carry my Speedy. But if I am feeling adventurous or I'm wearing something completely different, you can swap in a different scarf, and honestly, the bag will look completely different and super easy. Again, it's that same shape that I folded with at the beginning. Do it on the front of the bag and you can tie it just right around the handle. Try to do like a loose knot, and that way it just kind of hangs nicely like this. Okay, those are 4 really simple and easy ways that you can accessorize with a silk scarf. Now there are a million ways that you can accessorize with other scarves, especially if they're bigger, but these are just simple ways that if you just want to add a little bit of something to your outfit or your hairstyle or your handbag, it's super easy and shouldn't take too long at all. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.